Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Almost thought something was wrong on there, but it's not. How are you guys doing? I figured I'd test out doing some later evening type lives with you guys. Guys seem to respond a little bit better to the ones that are a little bit later in the evening, although I think my girl Gucci comes on in like 30 minutes or so. So we're going to do it kind of like quick Q&A style, but I also wanted to let you guys know about a class that I am doing on Sunday. Let's see. Alrighty. All right. I put my phone on. Y'all know I always forget to put my phone on. Do not disturb. Let me go ahead and do that right now. All right, there we go. All right, so you guys are coming in, notifications going in. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that share button, hit that share button, hit that share button. Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are you guys doing? I didn't get to do my live Q&A earlier, so I figured I'd come on in the evening and hang out with you guys. You guys tend to be, it's like it's a Friday, y'all finish work, you can focus and ask questions and all that kind of good jazz. So we're going to do not too much because we have a full-on session on Sunday. All right. But general, like little simple things, we can kind of rock out with tonight. But as you saw from the banner, I am doing a sublimation class, an intro to sublimation class on Sunday. I've gotten so many requests. And it's like, when is the next one? When is the next one? And I was I'm planning to do one in February, but I was like, you know what? I have a free Sunday. Football doesn't start until 3. So why not do a sublimation, intro to sublimation? So for all those who are new, I have a lot of people who are local to me also, and they, had a ton of questions for me, and I want to be able to answer questions like in real time where people can unmute and give out a lot of, information, things that you can really go back and watch. Have some, I will say, I want to say handouts, but there are going to be some downloads and things on there for information. So that's going to be on this Sunday. All our classes are always affordable. It's $33.65. However, if you visit the site and purchase either one of our 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 papers, you can attend for free. You just have to purchase one of either of those sizes, and you can attend the live session on Sunday for free. And just use the code 365 sub 4B. 365, the number sub, the number 4, the letter B. All right. So if you're interested in that and you want to attend a free intro to sublimation with one of the best in the game, not one of the best in the game, and learn how to do things the right way, learn about setting up your printers, all the ins and outs of all of the printers, like the 7820, 7840. I get a lot of questions about that. Which printer is the best, breakdown, really understanding like inks and troubleshooting, all that kind of good jazz. That class is for you. All right. So let's go over here and say hello to a few people. Let's see. We didn't get you. You should receive an email. They came and picked up or had already come and picked. They came up or picked up early, so we're gonna process yours tomorrow. You should know what I'm talking about. All right. Yes, I did change it. And I said the best in the game, not one of the best, the best in the game. I did change that. So yes. Hi, Tiffany. How's the little one? All right, so let's go back up to the top. Hello, Shali. How are you doing? Miss Johnson. Hey, Dawn. MCB, how are you? Chrissy's Creations. Hey, did you get in? Did you log on? Did you see everything? I switched it all over to the right one, I believe, this time. Hey, Princess. Hey, Cheryl, Miss Sonia. Hey, Shawnee. Hey, Paula. Finally caught me live. Yes, you did. Creative Crafty Shack. How are you? Chance Designs. Did I get your text? I gotta check and see. I probably scanned, looked at it, but you see, you hear my house, right here, my house. I really wanted to do this tomorrow, but I have my niece and her and MJ and Zani Money together. Whoo, child. So yeah, she's going home tomorrow. So we're gonna do it on Sunday, where I will have a fairly quiet house because they just don't know how to be quiet together. They play, they fight, they play, they fight, they play, they fight. It's just crazy. So yeah, we're gonna do this on Sunday. I wanted to do it tomorrow, but yeah, not gonna happen. Let's see. Yay. Um, you missed which class yesterday? You weren't in creative, and it was good. Yesterday's creative business, y'all, was amazing. That was an amazing, amazing session yesterday. What, Miss Cheryl? Miss Cheryl, really? Oh my gosh, man. That's making me cheese because it was you were just doing it for. That's making me cheese. I'm so excited for you. You can do it. Go. I mean, you're doing all right. Might as well make a little coins from it. That is so awesome. Awesome. Yay. Okay, perfect. Oh, I just realized I forgot something because if you decide to sign up for the session, just click on the link. It's going to take you to our link tree. And it's going to take you to the, well, you know what? I think I have it set up wrong. But let's see. I think the one in there takes you to the link tree, but the link tree just takes you to the page. But what it does is it already puts the discount code in there, but you do have to purchase your 8.5. You have to go to and get the 8.5 by 11. So add the class and then add the 8.5 by 11 paper to it as well. All right. 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17. But if I'm not mistaken, that link will make it to where it automatically has the discount code. Yep. So just click on the link. It's going to take you to the class, and then you just have to add your paper in, and then it will. Let's go over here. Let's go share real quick, and then we're going to answer a few questions, not too many, because we got a whole class on Sunday. So we're going to go ahead and share. So you see, it's there, but it says it's not valid yet, right? So we're going to go back over here. We're going to go to the sublimation paper, and you can add tacky or fast dry. So either one of those, we're going to add the 8.5 by 14. And now go over to checkout. And the class becomes free. All you have to do is purchase 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17 paper, and you can attend the class for $3.99. All right. So again, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Make sure you guys go ahead and share. Let's see. Okay, cool beans. Hello, good evening. Hello, Cheryl Brown. Yes, I am going to go through that. I'll go through it again. I know, right? You can do it. Yes, Cheryl, Miss Cheryl, you can do it. It is at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. That is 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 9 Pacific. Bit my tongue, bit my lip. Pacific Standard Time. All right, so She says, wait, what did I miss? What is free? So on Sunday, I've gotten quite a few. Like, what is your next sublimation class? And at first, I was gonna kind of chill for February. Not February, for January, kind of like coming into the new year. Um, it was also because, like, I took a break and I thought that I was going to do a lot of planning, on my downtime, but I actually took a break at the end of December and enjoyed time with my family and stuff like that. So I didn't do as much. So I was like, okay, we're gonna push this to February because I was supposed to do my Essentials to Silhouette Studio. I'm doing some different things when it comes to that, and it's going to be a lot better because people keep asking me when I'm going to have another one of those, and we're going to kind of break it down. It's just a certain way that's going to be broken down, so that more info is going to come for that. But since I actually took a break, like actually took some time for myself, some self-care at the end of December, I've been doing like a lot of planning out my calendar and stuff like that. So I hadn't really planned on doing anything in January other than my regular academy classes. But I've gotten so many requests and messages and emails and inboxes about when is the next sublimation class, because we did the sublimation seminar. Now it won't be quite like that. I'm trying to do some things with sublimation seminar, so that's going to be a little later. So another one, and then a sublimation like boot camp, kind of like how I did one before, just a shorter time period, because before it was like 6 weeks long. So it'll be a shorter time period for that one, shorter amount of days. But I didn't have anything scheduled for January. I was just looking at my schedule. I really wanted to do it tomorrow, but I got company. My niece is spending the night, second night in a row. Y'all pray for me. So we're going to do it on Sunday. So it's almost like a pop-up class. So it is on Sunday, January 23rd. 2022 at 12. It starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you've never attended any of my class, 12 is for you to get there. I open the doors or open the Zoom at like 12:10, because it's like to try and get people in and kind of minimize some of the ding 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 dings that go on. So get on at 12. We normally open up the Zoom at 12:10. But it's $33.65, $3.65. Y'all get it? But if you would like to attend for free, all you have to do is purchase a pack of 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper, fast dry or tacky, either one of those, and you can attend for free. And save yourself a few coins. If you get 8.5 by 14, it's like saving like $10, because I want to say it's like 20. The 8.5 by 14 is $22.65. So you actually save more than $10 if you get 8.5 by 14 paper. Yes, so the class is free after when you purchase the paper. So if I go here, let's go back over here. Without the paper, it was showing, it wasn't working. So you go on, if you click the link in the description, it's going to take you over here to our link tree. Once you click on this, it has the code embedded in it. You won't see a difference in price on the website. So here, if you scroll down, it's still going to say, where is it? It's still going to say 33. Oh, wait, you know what? I have to go back. Hold on 1 second. Let's go here. Let's go there. There we go. It's going to go here. It's still going to say 33.65 here. Okay. You have to add the 8.5 by 14 paper. And when you do that, the code is already in your cart. And this is going to be free. So your subtotal will show 56, but once you come here, the code will be there and the class will be free, $99. You just have to pay your shipping, of course, for your paper. All right. There will be another one, but it probably will not be until March. Because I'm doing this one, this was a pop-up. I actually planned it for February. The next one is originally scheduled for February 19th is when the next one is tentatively scheduled for. February 19th is when the next live one is scheduled. That was the one that was already on the calendar, but this is more of like a pop-up one. So, can you show us again how to get to the place? So click the link. I'll copy the link for you guys. Let's see. Let's go copy. And where are we? Here we go. So I'm going to go paste, and this will take you to the this will take you to my link tree. All right. Once you get to my link tree, just click on where it says Intro to Sublimation class. It's going to add the discount code for you automatically. So just go ahead, scroll down, hit add to cart, and then go to paper, and then add one of the papers. You can do tacky or fast dry, the 100 pack, 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17. All right. So see right here, it says free with any 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 sub paper purchase. Just enter the code 365 sub 4B. But with that link, it will already have the code embedded. Do students have to pay? Yes, this is not included in your membership. So you do have to pay for your class. All right, so let's answer some basic, y'all know I love Q&As. So we won't get too deep into it, but y'all know I like to answer a few questions. Maybe if you guys have like some things that are going on with your prints and stuff right now, we can go over those. If you have any silhouette questions, we can go over those. She says, it's really a win-win situation. The paper is bomb and the class is too. A win for a win. Exactly. Thank you for that. Let's see. Did I miss anything? All right. No, I did not. All right. What questions do you guys have for me? Y'all know I'm always like a notebook, or we can just have a regular conversation. I missed y'all. I didn't go live today. Friday is normally my live day, but we didn't send Ziny Mine to school, hanging out with the kids. I did not want to put on real clothes. So unless y'all wanted to see me in my robe, hung out here, did some work, played sharks with Ziny Mani, listened to those kids run around like crazy. So today was a really good day. So I didn't get a chance to go live because it was a madhouse. Well, no, I did go live, but not for my Q&A. So if you missed the live, I did a live on link trees. So the one that, you go to and it has all the links. If you are someone who is thinking about business, or you want to just be a content creator, you have a bunch of links. Even if you are just someone that's doing maybe a blog, you're a blogger, you don't have to have a business, but you have so many different blogs and you want to make it where it's one convenient place for people to be able to get to your links. Link trees are perfect. They are phenomenal. So definitely check out that video over on 365 Creative Academy, the YouTube page, YouTube channel, if you did not see it, to see how easy it is to set up a link tree. And I promise you, it's going to make your life easier. I slept on setting up my link tree for so long. And now I'm like, what in the heck was I waiting on? Just makes life so much easier. And then I did the live for Silhouette, and I did my barber some custom QR codes. So I showed you guys how to do that. So I did do 2 lives earlier today, but I didn't just get to sit and chill with my people and talk and answer questions. So this is your opportunity to pick my brain. Nope, I have not set it up yet because I still haven't finished my office while the curtain is still there. And you can see the wall is still pink. So I have not, because where it is, if I put the camera there, it's going to look really dark. So nope, I have not set it up yet. And so let me know, what are you guys working on? What are you guys producing. Y'all know how I feel about that. No offense to any crafters out there. No offense to you. I still help, but my platform is like a lot of my core audience are people who want to create some sort of business from whatever they do creatively. So it's no offense to crafters. I still help crafters every day. People who just don't want to sell. This is like their happy place. So I still help every day, but the main emphasis of my platform is to help creative entrepreneurs. So I always say we don't make crafts, we produce products. So what products are you guys producing today? Let me know what you are producing today. All right. So she said change color of score line so I can change cut to score, force and speed. One, still cutting too deep. What else needs to be adjusted? Um, if you have your speed at 1, it's cutting deep. So what if you want it to go and not cut deep, your speed needs to be super high. So this is how you have to think of it. If it's going slow, even if you have like a blade of 1, it's giving it time to dig into your paper. So it's like when they say, you kind of like die a slow death. It's like painful, it's agonizing. So it's going really slow. But if you go fast, it's like it's barely going to scratch the surface. It's going to go super fast and it's like, shoo, and it's not going to put a heavy line in it. So you were on the right track to set them all up differently, but you had it backwards. You did 1 for speed and you should do like 10. And now with like the 3 and the 4, you can do much, much faster than 10. So you want to do like 10 or higher and make it go really fast to like barely, barely, barely get a score line, like barely get a cut on there. She said that live was very informative. How often do you recommend cleaning the rollers on the 7720? Um, if you start to see the lines, I mean, you're starting to see pinwheels and things, you definitely want to. If you use premium presentation paper mat a lot and you're using like our sublimation paper, after so many prints, you want to be able to clean them because it will build up. For me, typically though, if I'm not printing a lot of like dark colors and I'm not doing a lot of tumblers, I like to do it at least once a week. I normally don't go more than like 2 weeks, but it also depends on how much you print. So there really is no set interval, but if you want to be on the safe side and you're just doing like regular general printing at least once a week, definitely no less than once every 2 weeks. But if you're doing a lot of dark color printings, you're going to have to do it a lot more frequent. And if you're doing a lot of like premium presentation paper mat and you're not taking your density down, you may end up having to do it more often in that scenario as well. I'm a sublimation newbie, tried several rugs, but I'm having trouble aligning. My phrases are slightly crooked. Any suggestions? So when you're saying aligning, are you putting sheets of paper together and where they're meeting at, it's shifting? Or are you just saying like when you're putting it on there and trying to transport it to your heat press, the paper's shifting and causing your design to shift? You got to give me a little bit more on that one because there can be 2 different ways, and then there's 2 different issues for that, 2 different solutions. Do I offer any one-on-one classes? Not at this time. I am really focusing on my academy right now, and it doesn't leave me a lot of time. And I'm working on a lot of things like during the daytime. I'm working on a lot of content. So it doesn't leave me a lot of time for the one-on-ones. So those have been taken off my site temporarily. My group classes are great though. What is going on with Silhouette Studio today? Silhouette Studio is not a program that is connected like to where everyone will have an issue at the same time. The only thing that is connected would be like your cloud for your library. So if something ever happens with their server, you could potentially not be able to get in your library and download or use any like certain files that are on the cloud. That's the only thing that's connected. But if you are having an issue with Silhouette Studio, it is isolated to your computer only because nothing is connected. I saw your mug. It was nice. Working on a Sweet One Care Bear tutu set with matching shoes. I was gonna say something to you, but I don't think you want me to fuss you. I'm probably gonna fuss you out in your inbox. You know what I'm going to come in your inbox and ask, ma'am, and it better be the right answer. Okay, it better be the right answer because when I get off of this, I'm gonna be. You know what? No, bump that. Where's my phone? I'm going to your inbox right now. Right now. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Hmm. Hmm. And I better see your name, your face jump down. Don't hide from me, ma'am. Working on designing some lunch totes. With those beautiful designs you have, I saw the other one that you post. Are you making matching sets or just the totes? Did you figure it out though? Because I know you're saying they were driving you absolutely insane. Have you tried putting like foam, a piece of green foam to compensate for the pressure? Because I did see your post about that. I meant to comment on it, and it's just been really crazy. But did you figure out like the whole pressure issue? Yep, I saw that. My Cameo is cutting the HTV. However, when I go to weed, it does not stick to the clear. Everything lifts from the clear side. I adjusted my settings. Still the same. What brand of HTV are you using? And is it one that has like a sticky carrier, or like when you take it off, is it has no stick to it whatsoever? Yes, technically that's what most people do. They convert Epson printers with our ink. So technically, yes, that is the least expensive way to get into sublimation. I'm not doing a lot of sublimation yet. Is there an issue not printing frequently? I personally don't find it because I do a lot more of like teaching. I really don't get to use both of them because I have really have three of them. So I don't get to use both of them like all the time. There's times where one sits for a couple days, couple weeks, and vice versa. So I never really have an issue. I'm able to just print like if it does have any breaks, I'll do like a printhead cleaning if needed, and then it'll be good. With the 7720, if it's like really bad, I have to push air. I've actually never had an issue with my 2720 ever clogging. So I've never had to do an excessive amount of printhead cleanings. I've never had to do a power clean. And I've turned it off. I don't print all the time. It's never dried up. Knock on wood. So I don't have like I've never like tested like a solution to having those issues like myself because I've never had those issues. Hey Hans, how are you? That is Patrice from Craftable Things. I looked in my box, 252 cartridges for both my subs and the premium, or did I order wrong? Okay, wait, I looked in my box. For order questions, send us an email because I have to look at your order and see exactly what you're referring to. I converted my 7210 back to a regular printer because I got the 8550 sublimation. I so regret it. Don't beat me. Oh my gosh. Why do you regret it? Why do you regret it? What's going on with it? I'm using spray adhesive. I guess it's the way I place the image. So I personally don't really like to use spray adhesive. So what happens is what happening is it's shifting as you are moving it around. If that's the case, our tacky paper is probably going to be the best thing for you. With the tacky paper, it's heat activated. So once you press it, it stays in that spot. So if you have to move it around, it's going to stick. So the tacky paper might be something that you want to invest in and purchase that. so that you don't have those issues. We also have heat tape. And if it's something that's thick like a rug, the smaller heat tape, it will kind of come off. Like it doesn't have any grip for that. So if you get a wider one, it's going to make it stick a little bit better. So the one will be good, but if you do like the 2-inch one, you're really going to get a better grip on your rug. So you can use either the wider heat tape. I mean the wider heat tape with like the regular fast dry and just tape it down really good, or you can use thinner heat tape but use the tacky paper. So the thinner heat tape will be more so just to keep it in place as you move it to the heat press, or try an easy press. Not sure if you're using Aussie speaking paper. You definitely should be. But because it subs at such a lower temperature, 365 degrees, it's perfect for an easy press. I even set my easy press to 350 because the original Qriket easy press only goes to 350. So I've set it at 350 and pressed it for a little bit longer, and still it came out amazing. So either try an easy press or tacky paper or get wider tape. Saw a post, Silhouette is now mobile. Any info on that? It is not going to, you have to remember, the way that Silhouette Studios program is set up and all the different things that it can do, it's going to be really hard for there ever to be a mobile version of it. Um, when you look at Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, they have a desktop version, they have a mobile version. The mobile version is nothing like the desktop version. You are limited. Same thing for like Photoshop. It's going to be limited. So the mobile version in Silhouette Go, what that is, it allows you to print, like to send your cut basically from your phone. So if you already have it in your library, you don't have to be connected to a computer. You can go and through was it Silhouette Link or Go or something like that, you can just send the cut directly to the machine, bypassing the computer. That's what their mobile is. I have not seen anything as far as a design program, and I was just on their site because I had to set it up for my mom on her new HS Ink 365 company laptop. I got to keep messing with her about that. So I did not see any news or anything like on here about a mobile like design software. There is just the one to connect. Yeah, so Silhouette Go is just for cutting. It's not for designing. Yeah, that's all I see on here. She said, let me block you. No, ma'am. I have not ordered the clear sublimation can cups yet. Signed up for class. Can't wait. Can't wait to see you too. Let's see. Yes, I'm about to get her. Yes, I'm going to bundle them. I had to cut up a piece of foam. The boyfriend used. Ooh. Now you already spent too much money on stuff, and now you taking his soundproof foam. Ooh, that man gonna get you. Let's see. She says, okay, thanks. I'm just nervous. It will be I will be far behind, but I will probably sign up for one of the academy classes. What kind of cutter do you use? And how are the academy classes, live or recorded? I am a Silhouette gal all day, every day. Silhouette Anonymous is, that's how I became the professor. That's how most people found out about me, who I am, what I do. So I am the professor because I teach Silhouette Studio. I'm the best at it. Point blank and the period. I'm the best at it. But it does drive people crazy sometimes, and I do want to be able to teach other things. Although now I have just kind of partnered up with someone who's really, really great in Photoshop. So that kind of takes some of that off, the pressure off of me, because people keep asking me about Photoshop. I always do an intro to Photoshop. I don't do like an extensive designing in there. Do I use Photoshop? Yes. Do I know how to use it? Yes. Do I enjoy teaching it? Not so much. I like to teach silhouette. Like I like like the sound of amazement. And sometimes they have their cameras on and stuff. Like just when people are like, whoa, you can do all of that in Silhouette Studio. People are always amazed at what you can actually do in Silhouette Studio. So I like kind of being that, gateway, for lack of a better word, drug to graphic designing with Silhouette Studio. I don't get no support from Silhouette Studio. So I'm still building around my own brand, but as just a creator and a crafter, I enjoy the program. I would not be able to do any of the things that I do, which there actually happens to be some in the hallway. Hold on. Because I need to do a video of these so I can get rid of them. So some of you guys have seen these before. I'm an event, I was an event planner in a former life. So other than I have to test out like my Solo, my Eco Solvent printer. Don't get me wrong. The Roland is good. The Roland prints slow as crap. Okay. It is not a fast type print, and that I print these on premium matte, and they would still probably print way faster than that dang on that Roland. I said Rolo. I meant Roland. So I make large cutouts, and this is pigment ink. We also sell the pigment ink. So for what I do and like what my core business was as an event planner, as Elite Prints and Creations, and now HS Ink Prints, I will make these for for other event planners now, for moms who want them. I make these for people. I could never do this like with Qriket or any of those others. And although I want to, I have the Solo, plan to set it up, it'll probably be a little bit of a learning curve to get used to it for print and cuts. I know how to do Silhouette Studio like the back of my hand. And so it's easier for me to just bam, bam, bam. So I'm always going to be a silhouette gal, because I like to do things like this. And just to kind of give you an idea of how big this is, I am 5'6". I had to think about it. So from the top of my head, her foot goes basically to my belly, which I can't tippy toe enough. So that's how big she is. So she's like my head to my belly. So if you're around like 5'6", want to figure out how tall this is, kind of look at yourself from here to here. And that's how big. And it's broken up into pieces. So it looks great like this. And because it's strategically cut in places. So this is one piece. Her crown is another piece. So that's two. Her whole entire head is 3. Her arm and her shoulder is 4. Her wing and her arm is 5. Her dress is 6. Her legs are 7. So this is 7 different pieces to make this. But I strategically cut it where there would be natural cut lines so that it doesn't stand out. So see, if I go sideways, you can kind of see those areas. So I strategically cut in certain areas so that it just looks amazing. This one is Mario's head is 1, his body is 2, and Yoshi, his body is 1, his head is 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces for this one. She is 2 pieces, and she is split here and here. And the backs are normally just plain old white. Most times I'm not doing them double-sided. This one actually happens to be double-sided. And she is also 2 pieces, her head. And I print these on 11 by 17 paper. This is the same one. Just has a little extra like sparkle on it. I don't do them as much. I'm pretty sure these babies are still super popular. I know at one point I was so sick and tired of seeing these babies. So she is, this top part is all 1. And then her bottom half is 2. And then sometimes I'll just do a solid color. So instead of it being white, I use purple cardstock because she's purple in the front. And there's like stones and stuff on here. So there's that one. There's Santa. Who else is in here? Here is another one. So it's strategically cut. It's not print and cut, but I cut it up strategically so that I can isolate this part. And it's all glitter cardstock. So is her rattle. So if you've ever watched my switch up class, I teach how to do this in my switch up class, which there's switch up part 2 is coming soon. And then the bows are just made with, the regular file. Then we have this Care Bear is all 1 piece, 11 by 17. He is 2 pieces. She is 3 pieces. This is 1, I think. No, 2. So I do a lot of print and cuts. I have, if you're new here, I have 6 cameos. He's all 1. This is actually probably a 12 by 18. I used to love Hammer Mills paper, and they had 12 by 18 because you can cut as big as 12 by 24 with a cameo. But Hammer Mill lost their ever-loving mind, and their 12 by 18 paper sucks now. So, yeah, but this is probably 12 by 18 paper. And this is all Honestly Speaking ink. Actually, no, this probably is a different brand of ink. But our ink produces amazing colors just like that. So yeah, so I use Silhouette Cameo cutters. I have an Eco Tank and a Workforce. I use Workforce when I want colors more correct, and an Eco Tank when it's not important. Exactly. Like subbing glitter cardstock for cards. I use Eco Tank. Exactly. And we're going to talk about that in class on Sunday, the differences and why you're going to see like a color shift. And then it also depends on where it was originally designed at, because like with these cups that I did, the Eco Tank ones, they actually look, once it printed correctly, they actually really look the same. It's like a slight difference. So it really also depends on which program the original design was designed in and how it was saved. So we're going to talk about all of that on Sunday. I would like to learn about sublimation, but I want to start with a small project. What would you suggest for a newbie to try out first? Seems to be so much that can be done with sublimation. There really, really is a lot that can be done with sublimation. I am one who loves like team small. I love smaller items. Mugs are really, really good. And, they're good ones to start off with. They're easy to gift. So of course, I love mugs. Tumblers, people will probably say tumblers, but if you're trying to do a full wrap, it can be a bit much and it can be very frustrating to mess up a tumbler. So if you're going to start with tumblers, I don't recommend going straight, going balls to the wall and just doing full wrap tumblers, because it sucks when you get, oh, well, this one does not have one. I have a perfect seam on this. But when you have the messed up seams and then like the ghosting around the top and bottom, that can be frustrating. So if you're going to start with tumblers, try not to do a full wrap design. It's meant to make your life simpler. So instead, like let's say you wanted to put someone's name, just put it in sublimation, or just do like a half a design. I have one, I don't think it's in here. It has a zodiac on there, and just do like something like that. So that's always good, because that's something that can be, you make it doesn't have to sit. You can easily gift it to someone. So mugs and like any drinkware is really good to start with. I would recommend, if you want to get into this for business, once you're in it and you are making things for other people, you never really have time to make things for yourself. So my suggestion would be, if you're trying to kind of get into it and get started, let that be the time when you make things for yourself, whether personal items or things like branding stuff for your business. Make you a few business shirts, make you just some regular shirts for yourself, be a walking billboard, make you bath mats. And it's a little learning, it's not a learning curve, but you got to really know your pressure and all that stuff. Like little keychains, that's always great. Air fresheners are a great kind of starting point as well. T-shirts, of course, always. Can coolers, that's another good one. So team small, keep it real small, and then build. HS sublimation tacky paper and heat tape is awesome. Thank you for that quick review. Uh-oh. Let's see. I would use the resetter for the 7210 sub ink. My colors are awful. I print from Silhouette. I didn't have that problem with my 7210, but this 8550 is giving me the blues. Oh wow. And it's a couple people, they say they use it. I don't, and I even tried to. At first I was like, I'm not getting one. Although like I was gonna get the smaller version. Then I realized it's only $100 difference between the 8500 and the 8550. And I'm like, okay, I might as well get the 8550, even though I don't really want to. And just trying to like figure that out. I don't know. I don't have one yet to really test it to know what's going on with it. If you can send me like some comparison prints, let me see what print settings you're using and all that kind of good jazz. Maybe I can help you kind of figure it out from afar. So email us and I'll see if I can, from pictures, or just post the pictures in the group, and I'll see, what I can do to help from there. My black sublimation ink is printing brown and subbing dark brown. Are you using Honestly Speaking sublimation ink? Because our ink isn't brown. The 8550 is an eco tank. Dawn, please email us in regards to all orders. Anything special to sub on glass jars? What do you mean anything special? As far as like designs? Or does it require something special to do it? Definitely give this video a thumbs up. Oh, who gave us the angry face? Let's see. Girl, I just have to put the volume down. You're going, oh, my bad, my bad. I want to make one just so I can. She says, me too. That looks awesome. It never crossed my mind to make large images. Oh yeah, that's what I originally got mine for, was for large print and cuts like that. It depends on the size. They range anywhere from for smaller ones, like just was it like 8.5 by 11 paper is like 15, all the way up to $45. So they range, they're different size, different price points. Amazing. Oh yes, ma'am. I'm about to get my machine and sign up for your academy. I followed you to convert my Epson printer. You are a great teacher, easy to follow. Thank you. Hello. What are my thoughts on the Qriket mug press? I have one. I've done a few videos with it. With my sublimation paper, I don't really care for it because we need that high temp and how long it kind of takes for it. So I'm not like a big fan of it. It's like it's okay. It's nothing to scream home to my mom. It's a mug press. Like at the end of the day, it heats up the mug, it does what it's supposed to do, and that's it. So I don't really have like anything like bad to say, but it's also not great. Like I have three other mug presses, and I use my oven. I prefer an oven, so yeah. Oh, and someone asked about my academy. I'm going to come back to that because I just saw this one. I want to join the class, but I have a prior engagement. Will it be available for view later? So yes, it will. It will only be available for purchase up until the end of the month. Once February 1st, because I have another one coming up in February, you won't be able to purchase the playback for that one anymore. So you'll be able to purchase the playback up until the end of um the month, and then that will be it. All right, so someone asked about our classes. Whenever I actually hold I schedule a class, my classes are always done live in front of in front of a Zoom audience. So they're always done live first, but then you do have the opportunity to purchase the playback. So it is, I guess you could say at that point, recorded, but it's always done and recorded live. So just in case you cannot attend, like Miss Gaiman, you are able to still watch the playbacks after that. So I don't really do any of them that are just kind of like I'm sitting by myself, I'm just recording by myself, and then I put it out there, except the way that I'm going to do my essentials. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit this time around, and I will be doing essentials kind of like a pre-recorded version. But then I am going to do some live sessions with as far as like an intro to Silhouette Studio, so that those who watch Essentials and then you kind of get an idea of it. Then when you're coming in, we can go into it a little bit deeper for certain parts, and you can ask questions in real time. So I'm going to create the essentials and like some work guides and stuff to go with it, some small projects that you can do. So I'm working on that. And then there will be like an intro or almost like a study type session for lives. And I'm looking to build those in either once a month, once every 2 months. But because I have an obligation to my academy and how I schedule that out, I'm kind of obligated until September. I'm trying to work it in. My next big one is going to be like the next big set of classes is going to be for graduation, and then Memorial then graduation. One of those. It goes in one order. Forgot which one, but it's going to be Memorial, graduation, and then I'm going to do some party favor thingies like chip bags. I'm going to do another oversized class. So I didn't really do too many classes last year because we were really pushing the paper, the ink. So I didn't get as many classes in as I wanted last year. But this year, really working to push classes. Does it require anything special to sub on the glass jars for the colors to pop? So no, as long as they're coming from an actual sublimation vendor, like who says like these are sublimation ones, you're just going to wrap it and then put it in the oven. Or I don't know how most people are doing them, because I know like when Patrice was it Patrice that did the frosted ones? And I think if you do it, if you do the frosted ones or do something in like the Qriket mug press, I think it messes it up or something like that. Because when she gave me some beautiful ones, I need to do those. She gave me some beautiful frosted ones with like color coming up the bottom. I think she warned me about putting that in the Qriket mug press. But with the regular glass ones, I don't know, but they're pretty wide, so they may not even fit in the Qriket mug press anyway. But if you have like a regular tumbler press, it might work. Oven definitely will work. You have to remember that sublimation ink is translucent. So you're putting it on something that's glass. When you're putting it on something that is white, this is sublimation. So when it's on a white base, you really get those really, really bright, vibrant colors because the white base is opaque. So it's sitting on top. There's no real light going through it. On glass, light's gonna go straight through it. And then when you have colored liquid in there, it's gonna look, might look a little crazy. And there's no white ink, so you'll never see white. Just have to remember that it is clear. It'll almost look like stained glass, like a stained glass window, like that. If you've ever done acrylic keychains, not the ones that have white, but like the regular clear ones, it's kind of like that, in how it will look. All right, so if you're wondering about the title and okay, well, hey, we're just doing this, and is this the class? No, I have a class that I'm doing on Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and post the link there again, so you can go ahead and click on that. So I am doing a class on Sunday for intro to sublimation. So we're going to go over, especially if you're brand new, learn it right, guys. I cannot. Dawn always says she's lucky she found me because she learned how to do things right the first time and didn't have to do a lot of trial and error. If you've never seen any of my videos, been on my lives, I'm a very detailed and thorough person. I have done the research. I have done the testing. I don't provide information just based off of YouTube videos that someone else did and he say and she say and they say and this, that, and the third. That's not how I operate. He told her get out. You told her get out? You trying to kick my niece out my house? You can't do that. You do not have the authority to kick my niece out. You trying to get rid of her? Okay, so when you take my classes, let me show you the experience that you get and the knowledge that you get. And this is only 2 of them. Do you see how thick these are, right? You want to know what's in here? Where I go and I'm going through and I'm doing things like testing colors and all my explanations of why did this come out like this color yellow and this one same design. So these are tests, which I don't want to push them too far because then what's that? I think this is melted, buddy. I mean, I can feel it. Where did you have this? You left it in the car? What's so funny? It's melted. Okay, go close the door. Close mommy door. Thank you. Have a good night. Testing of colors, testing of print settings, like creating my own test sheets. So when I'm providing information, I'm providing accurate information, testing colors, testing print settings, testing different fabrics. It's just everything in here is just testing. Well, I don't want to show y'all this one, but when it comes to my ink, it wasn't just okay, go over there and just get one. I tested several inks, several inks. Seeing the difference between why sometimes colors look dull, and it's not necessarily your ink or your paper, it's the fabric and the way that it is woven. So with this one and the way that this is made, it can look duller than, let's say, this one, but it's the same exact print setting, same exact time, same exact heat press, but it looks different because of the way that this fabric is made. Well, that one wasn't really, it was a test, but it's you know, like this is like, and like there's literally bags and bags. Like there's a bunch of test prints. So under me, and when I'm hosting a class and I'm giving information, it's factual information, you know? So, yeah. The difference between when people say you have to use premium matte to get great colors, what does that say? Like, and then testing different temperatures, different times, all the, I put in the work. Like, I seriously put in the work. And when I stand by the fact that you don't have to use premium matte. And that's our ink, like that black, and that's plain paper setting. That black is blackety black, 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 black. And I mean, it's like not just testing one time, test like this is the same image. These are different fabrics. These are pillowcases and just fabrics or felts and things like that. So I do a lot of testing. Okay. So yeah, and that's just one bag, and that was still some stuff left in there. This one over here, I use this one always as my reference, like Miss Cheryl said, when it comes to colors. So this is printed from an Eco Tank. This is printed from an Epson 7720, but I think this one was 2.2, and then this is 1.8. So this shows the difference between printing from an Eco Tank, and see how dark that is, and then a Workforce printer. This is why I'm team Workforce versus Eco Tank, because it can make the tones a little bit darker. It's supposed to be more of a rose gold, and it comes out looking really, really pinkish. So, oh, look at that. Yo, that is so freaking amazing. Like testing different colors. Like this is my life. I'm addicted to testing. Like it's an addiction for me to know what I am talking about. It's addicting to research. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I like to research. This was okay. This is one of my favorite tests that I did. I have this one, and I have one that have America's Next Top Models on it. So I literally tested every single print combination that you can think of. Every single print combination you can think of, from plain paper, automatic, ICM, Epson Vivid, RGB, no color, to see how, like, the difference in how they come out. And this is when, you know, with premium matte and plain paper, they are pretty much the same. You don't have to use premium matte. You get great colors regardless. All right. So that's the kind of education you'll get if you decide to join me on Sunday for an intro to Sublimation. And you can learn right the first way. Learn about different troubleshooting things so that you don't always have to go to groups and get wrong. Oh, let me tell you something about situation, right? Okay, hold on. So this was kind of funny to me. There was someone in a group and they posted a picture and they showed this computer screen and then they showed how it outputs it. And I immediately knew what it was. So I said, hey, you're missing magenta. Have you done a nozzle check to check X, Y, and Z? All these people are saying, oh, did you install the drivers? Did you do this? Did you do that? And I'm just sitting up here like, Lord, why y'all giving people wrong information, Jesus? So I went and I made a comment, right? And so then when I put it, someone came under mine and she said, oh, it's not that. She didn't install her drivers. Okay, if you say so, but that's not the reason why. But I'll let you have that if you want to go ahead and have that. I'll let you have it, but that's not what the issue is. So the person kind of commented whatever, and then she finally came back and she's like, and I put nozzle check, and she's like, what do you mean nozzle check? And I said, okay, you have to go to settings, maintenance, print head nozzle check. I said, you're going to see that your magenta isn't printing. She goes and she finally finds it and she's like, yeah, magenta's isn't printing. Oh, really? Excuse me, ma'am. I thought it was the drivers. I can look at things and pretty much know what the issue is. So it drives me absolutely bonkers when I go into groups sometimes, and this is why I don't stay just in my group, because there's a lot of times there is a lot of misinformation in groups. So I still like to peruse groups, and it's not to like show anybody up, it's just to really provide factual and helpful information, because you can go through and I've seen posts that have like a bunch of comments on it, and every last one of it's the wrong answer. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, who gave y'all any type of training on sublimation? I go through, and if you pay attention to it, however long the class is, however long my videos are, if you really, really take notes and you store those, I have all the pretty much like the majority of the answers. I'm gonna say I have 93.65%. See how I did that? 93, I mean 365. I have about 93.65% of the answers. And things that will help you when it comes to troubleshooting and figuring things out. Now, the only one I can't really help you with is them eco tanks when they really stop, because you can't really push air. It's like all you can really do is just do a bunch of printhead cleanings and power cleans, and it still may not help. That's why I don't like eco tanks. They're great. Yeah, put it in there, print them out, go. But once they're not working, it's not easy to fix. Whereas with an Epson, like a workforce, it is much easier to fix a workforce than it is to fix an eco tank. All right. So you get factual information with me. So we're going to go over the printers. What's the differences in them? What can you sub? What are the benefits of it? What are going to be some quick money makers? Give you some nice ideas as far as like, quick money makers when you're getting started. Some troubleshooting things, some Q&A. So it is just a really comprehensive introduction to sublimation, going through some of like the design programs and what's going to be the benefit and how to determine what design program is going to be best for your current needs. You will eventually probably outgrow the design program that you are using right now, and that's okay. Once your needs grow as far as how you're designing and what you're providing to your customers, you may have to change your design program. So we're going to go over things like that as well. Okay. Um, mm, all right. Had to type something out. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, thank you, Miss Wood. When I followed your recommendations and it didn't work the first time, I had to rewatch and bam, I missed a step. You are very thorough and everything you say must be done. There is no skipping or going around your recommendations. It's a must follow step by step, word for word. Eventually you can kind of, figure out your own, but when you're learning, it is best that you kind of like follow almost verbatim. She's like, you have not steered me wrong yet. She is the real deal. I've learned so much. Oh, y'all so sweet. I have a workforce and my red ink, magenta ink always comes out light or brown in color. Will you be teaching how to get the color settings correctly? I will be going over that because it really will depend on like your program. And when you say it's like the color that it's coming out, are you filling in colors yourself? Is it from a design that's pre-made? Which printer you're using? So we definitely go over understanding your colors and why they are coming out the way that they are. Do I sell printers? No, I do not, because these are like, we are making a printer that's not really meant for sublimation into sublimation. Epson isn't going to wholesale me printers for me to be able to make a profit off of them. No, for me to go and put sublimation ink in there. There's just no way that that's going to happen. So you're just going to have to go and buy one. And Noah's like, okay, do you have them? Because they're really hard to come by. It's trending right now. So you really, really have to kind of jump on them when you see it. Make sure you have that money set aside, saved, so that if I used to do it all the time, like for the 7720s, I've been kind of lax with doing videos when printers become available. And that's really because I don't really care for any of the printers that are out now. It's kind of crazy. You have to watch my video for that part, and I'll talk a little bit about it on Sunday. But I really don't care for any of the printers that are out now as far as Epson ones. They all kind of have pros and like major pros and major cons. So it's like, you know, but I don't sell them as far as like actual summation printers. You have like the Epson F170s. But again, I don't have a contract to be able to get them at a reasonable rate to where I can sell them and still make a profit. So no, I won't be selling them, but I have amazing ink and amazing paper that once you do find one, you can transform it into a summation printer. I addressed yours and I asked, are you using Honestly Speaking Sublimation ink? Trying to purchase 14-inch roll paper. Sunday's class is not showing up. So let's go over here. Let's go here. So it's right on the front page. So you're going to come here and you can click enroll here. It's going to take you to the listing and you just add it to your cart. And then you have to go to the paper. Here it tells you, if you go read more at the bottom, it tells you what to put in there. But if you click on the link that I dropped for you guys, that one right there, that's going to take you to the link tree. If you click on this, it is automatically going to take you to the page. And when you add it to your cart, it is also going to automatically add the discount code. You just have to make sure that you have paper in there. If I go to my cart and I remove the paper and I go to checkout, it's going to tell me that that code is not valid. 365. Let me write that down here so you guys can know to put like what code to put in. Create a banner, free class with code 365 sub 4B with 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper purchase. Scroll across the bottom, add banner, ticker, go ahead and show. There we go. So that is the code. And I'm going to put another one just so that, because it is moving kind of fast, 365 sub 4B. And there's that one. So there, it doesn't show, like it's going to say discount code not valid. Now, if I go back to the page, I go paper, and this time I'm going to go to, if I click just on where it says paper, I'm going to go down to our tacky paper, and I'm going to add the 11 by 17 tacky paper, add it to my cart, check out, and the class is free. So any of the 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper will get you the class for free. Let's see. The class on Sunday, it is at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Let's see. So you're using it. You said I have the word for it as my black Prince Brown and subs brown. Did you mix inks? Did you get our pre-fills? Because our ink isn't even brown in the bottle like that. So I'm not sure. Where is a black one? So like ours isn't even like a brown like that in the bottle. What temperature and times are you using? Maybe you are over sublimating why it's coming out that way, or under, well, no, it's green if you under sublimate, brown if you kind of over sublimate. So what one? And well, so the 14, we don't have a 14-inch roll. We have an 8.5-inch roll that does not qualify for the free class. So we have an 8-inch roll, we have a 13-inch roll, but purchasing those do not qualify for you to get access to the class for free. I like sublimation, also getting into embroidery. Ooh, really? All right. Any other questions for me? And let me get rid of that banner. Are there any specific classes you guys would like to see me put on the schedule? Any specific Ooh, I'm trying to sit on my leg, which is really bad, but I like to sit on my leg. My mom was watching and said, "You're very detailed." I am. It's a blessing and a curse. Do you guys ever watch? I'm old school. One of my favorite shows was Monk. Do you guys remember the show Monk? I like anything that is like police shows and like mystery type shows, like Monk. And well, that was always more like, because you have to figure out who did what. But I like Blue Bloods and all that kind of good jazz and stuff like that. So Monk was one of my favorite shows, and they always say it's a blessing and a curse that I pay attention to detail. Unfortunately, no, but it's from today, so you can't just purchase the class. But no, I'm not going through retro and nothing. Do you put anything under a blanket when pressing on the floor? Kind of, sorta. Just so that, especially if it's for someone, just in case there's something on the floor, I normally will uh make sure, of course, I mop the floor. I have a hardboard that I will put down. So it really depends like on your floors. If you have tiles that have deeper grooves, you don't want that, because you could potentially end up with an area that's not going to sub. So you do want to try and create a very nice and flat surface. So I will put a hardboard under it. That's really the only time I use a hardboard, because I can't use anything, like I can't use a hardboard in here with how that's set up. So that's really the only time I will use a hardboard. And I'm trying to think, when we did my mom's curtain, I think we just put a big piece of foam underneath. So either foam, a big piece of foam, or hardboard, both will work. Last question for the day. Once my inks get low, can I switch to yours? Yes, you can. So here's the thing, though, when it comes to switching inks, most of them are pretty much the same. Even with us, because of the way they make inks and like the pigments, and sometimes it can be like a little bit off. For the most part, they print out the same way. But if you have a totally different ink that's like a totally different formula, when you mix them, that very like first couple of prints, the colors might look a little wonky because you're mixing inks in the print head. So I would not recommend that you switch inks or add inks in the middle of a job. So if you're already printing like 25 you have a 25 mask order, you've done 22 of them, you have 3 more to go. If you can try, somewhat squeeze them out, try to. If not, you may end up seeing a slight, and it's like it says may, because it also depends on which ink you're using before. I've never said that I'm making this ink in my tub in my bathroom. I imported and paid big fees to get it imported over here. Our paper order, we just paid 16 grand for freight only, not even including the paper to get it over here. So someone might have whoever your ink vendor is might have the same exact ink vendor that I have. So you may never see a difference in it. So when people say, oh, you can't switch, some of us have the exact same distributor from China. So it's the same ink. You definitely can mix it. You just might see a slight difference. Hey, did you see the video? I ended up doing one for a silhouette with your image. And she's pretty. I'm a silver girl. So I said I'm gonna have to change her crown to a platinum crown or a silver crown because I like white gold and I like white gold and silver, but I love the image. Blue Bloods, yeah. Yep, Monk was a germaphobe. Hardboard is basically, it's called Euca board, EUCA board. So you get it from like Home Depot or Lowe's. Both of those places will have it. So it's just a big brown board. Yes, you can purchase just the class only. You definitely can. It's $33.65. So you can purchase just the class only. It's $33.65. Will the blade for Cameo 4 fit the Pro? My son got the Pro. His dog ate the... That's the craziest thing. My dog ate the blade. So all of the 4s use the exact same blade. So even though it's the Pro, it's still the same. Like, people always forget that it's called a Cameo 4 Pro, Cameo 4 Plus, and then just a Cameo 4. So yes, you can use it because it's all the stuff is the exact same. All of the attachments are the same. Is there a setting for Silhouette Studio that will keep the extra boxes from coming up? Try to follow you when you did in class, but extra boxes frustrate me. It sure is. Hold on. I have to work on a 49ers design for my brother for tomorrow. So I'm going to be up tonight probably designing. All right. So you're going to go to preferences, which is, let me take off the banner real quick. You're going to go to preferences, which is the little icon right here. So, okay, look, my mouse is over here by Colin. Follow me down here, down here, down here. Here is your preferences. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to tools, and here, everything should be choose select. If it is continue drawing, it's going to continue to draw the boxes. So change everything in this top section to choose select, and then hit apply and OK. Yes, I will be doing those this year. Oh, yay. Thank you. No, I always forget. I don't see the questions from Shakeya Lavelle, and I forget to go over here. Yeah, I don't see those. I'm sorry. Let me go over here now. My bad. I always forget that I don't see the questions from over here. My bad. So you can't just purchase. My bad. So she says, I put Eco Solvent ink in the 15,000. It's working nicely. Yes. So here's the thing with the Eco Solvent one. And I had it and I didn't even think about it. I'm going to spring something. Can you please repeat the info about the paper purchase? So you can take my class on Sunday for free. All you have to do is purchase any of the 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper. Purchase one of those, either fast dry or tacky, and you can attend the class for free. That is on Sunday. Okay. The class on Sunday is an intro to sublimation. Intro to sublimation. And whether you're brand new or we're going to talk a little bit about it for business and things that you can start with for business. So either one of them, if you're not brand new, maybe just want to kind of know like some tips and how to troubleshoot and all that, you can attend. But it's intro to sublimation for business. All right. So people kept saying that, you can put the eco solvent in the printers, right? So I ordered eco solvent ink from my ink vendor, and they would say, okay, you can use it in Epson. But when I got it, and I was on live, when I did a live video about it, and I'm like, this looks kind of crazy because it looks like dye ink. And I'm like, how is this going to work in the Epson printers? And I said that on live, I'm like, this is dye ink. Like, it's dark ink. It looks just like the magenta one looks like this. It's dark. I should have thought about it then to put it in a dye-based printer. At the time, I was not into like eco tanks, and they weren't as popular right now. So when I put it in there, I was like, "Oh, why are people doing this? These colors are horrid." Like these, and you had to have like an ICC profile and print from like Photoshop. Like, this is horrible. And then I mainly wanted it for branding purposes and printing to adhesive vinyl. I don't have an issue with Jet Pro 3G. To me, Jet Pro and the vinyl from my EcoSolvent printer, they damn near feel the same. Like if it's a big print, it's still gonna feel crunchy. So I was like, I'm okay with Jet Pro 3G. The only difference was being able to transfer it, which I figured out a way to transfer it anyway. So that was like my biggest thing. I was like, so I don't really need it for printing out printable HTV. I wanted it for vinyl, adhesive vinyl. Man, that thing smeared so bad. The colors looked horrible. So I kept saying I was going to throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. I never threw it away. Now that eco tanks are popular, I'm like, oh, it's just like dye ink. And I saw a few people, oh my God, what is her name on TikTok? I think that's when it clicked for me, and she uses a 15,000. Oh my God, why can't think of her name? And I was just on her live video last night, and she did it, and she says she uses the eco solvent in there for shirts. I have a Roland, and I'm like, okay, I don't have time for this. So I went and got a Roland because I mainly want to do adhesive vinyl. I don't find that adhesive vinyl works well in there because it just runs, but it does work well. So if you're wanting to do like the HTV type shirts, the printable HTV onto Caesar color print, Stalls has a printable vinyl. You can put it in either the 15,000. You can even do it with like a 2720 and do smaller prints. So any of the eco tanks, because they use dye-based inks, you can use the eco solvent ink in them. So any of the eco tanks. Thank you so much. Very helpful and informative. I will be taking a class. I have a workforce 7710, and I was told in one group, and I don't know in another, that I need to set the color presets or something to get my colors perfect. What are your thoughts on this? Haven't had a problem. I personally don't use any color profiles. I use it all, it's personal preference. For certain things like tumblers, I will have to use premium matte, but I use plain paper setting. Setting presets just means that it's easier for you. When you go to print, you click a button, everything is there. It's a no-brainer. That's what presets are. As far as color profiles, I've never used them. I don't have any major issues with color, depending on how the design was made and which program you're using. I use Silhouette Studio. I cannot just go in and use Silhouette Studio's color chart. The color chart in Silhouette Studio, if you're just picking from here, your colors are going to always be off. I know someone sent me, and I haven't had a chance to turn on my heat press. When I press my brother's shirts and socks, I will, and that's when I'll press hers. But I think she may have used a gradient from here. All of Silhouette's colors, these are not accurate in any way, shape, or form. So when it comes to getting color accuracy, I recommend using a color chart or designing in a program like Photoshop and one that has more accurate colors, and then saving it and then bringing it over. But I use color charts whenever I'm designing in Silhouette Studio. If I'm not sampling from a pre-made PNG or JPEG, like an image, I'm using color charts, and I have them on my tumblers. I have them on fabric. I have them on a shirt. I have them on some of everything. And I use color charts to fill in colors for color accuracy. But for the most part, I don't have issues because sublimation ink is basically like pigment ink. It's made to match the workforce profile. It's not made to match the EcoTank profiles. So they have issues with colors. But from a workforce, even with no profile, it's going to work perfectly. I watch all your videos because you are amazing. Thank you. They are crunchy. Digitizing is relaxing and rewarding. John Deere told has a great class on it. I don't do embroidery, but I know about digitizing. People always talk about like digitizing. Some people love it, some people don't. Because I just came on Sherry Pop Get, because I just came on to that particular one, I don't see your question. It's only showing me up to Carmelita's question about her comment, I put eco solvent. So can you post your question again? I just went over to this one because I forget that StreamYard doesn't show me any of the comments from my regular Facebook profile. You would have to watch it from like my Facebook, my YouTube channel, or my Facebook page. So just go ahead and repost it again. So why premium matte? If you didn't see my video when I did this, well, yeah, everyone didn't get, well, actually this part I talked about it. The way tumblers are made, it just takes the ink differently. This is plain paper setting, which actually it doesn't look that bad. I probably need to clean this because right now in the playback, that looks bad. Hold on. Hold on. So it's all about the coating that is on tumblers. It's way different. So this is premium matte, and the blacks, although this camera is not doing it any justice, the blacks on here actually really are really dark. And then you look at this one, you can tell the difference in the black on this one and then on this one. I cannot wait to get rid of this camera. I've been doing reviews. I love Elgato everything. And I got a new Elgato face cam camera, and it's supposed to make your colors a lot more accurate and not have to have a lot of light, which can affect things. I cannot wait to set this bad boy up. This will be the camera that I am using on Sunday, because y'all know I always say I'm having issues with colors and my camera looks all weird. So I'm trying out that one, and if that one's great, I'm going to go replace all of my cameras with it, because my cameras now drive me nuts. But you can tell the difference between the black here and then this one. This is plain paper. Is it bad? No. All of the actual color, let me see if I hold it back here. So all of the actual colors are great, but the black is not so much. See, like that one is premium matte. So it's more black to kind of get into that coating. But then this is printed with plain paper setting. And then look at the black on there. This is plain paper. This is plain paper. So for something like a mug, plain paper will work because it's a different type of coating. But I find that for tumblers, the coating just doesn't, I don't know, the way it is, it's not bad, but it's not like, it's really only for blacks. So I don't use plain, if I'm using, if it's like a regular color, like this whole thing was plain paper setting and it's still bright, vibrant. It's just blacks or really, really dark colors where it becomes an issue. So this like lighter colors, not a lot of blacks, or if it's blacks like, let's say it's like the blacks like in here and it's just outlines, I still use plain paper because it's a smaller area. It still looks black. But if it's a really large area, I use plain paper setting. I mean, I use premium matte if it's a large setting. But if it's a small one, I still use plain paper. Yes, we do have tacky paper, and we have tacky paper in all sizes. So if you go right here to change the game, sublimation paper. So you click right here. There's the fast dry. This is all the sublimation ones. Oh yeah, I see probably why you say that, because it's just see how you're over it just flashes to the next one. So that's the first one. You click on it, it has all of the papers. 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, 13 by 19. The pack the incredible bundle, it's one of each size. If you have a small EcoTank printer, do not buy the incredible bundle because you can't use 11 by 17 and 13 by 19. Then you can get a 3-pack. You can get of each size. The 13 by 19 is a 4-pack because the box is bigger. And then you can get full cases of it as well. So if you are someone that has like a major business, it's like, really, really great value to buy them by the case. You save a lot of money. If you're going through that much paper, consider buying cases to get more bang for your buck. So we are one of the only people that sell cases of paper. I use Corel and the Wizard, but I have Silhouette. Yeah, so you should not have any major issues with your colors. That was me with the Silhouette gradient. I brought your color chart and we'll try tomorrow. So let me show you how real quick to do the, if you're going to use the color chart, right? So you have to add the color to your palette first. So let's say you want that purple color. I'm going to like look on my chart, kind of like where yours is. And this child, I cannot tell what this is. Lord, I need to get a bigger one. 3 1. I think that's 3 1 1 B9. Oh, child, where am I typing this in at? I'm typing it into nowhere. Jesus. All right. So we're going to go here and we're going to go 311B92 is what I want to say that is. It may not, it's not going to look like it is on like whatever color chart you're using. You have to print and press your color chart. It might look crazy in Silhouette Studio, but that's because of the way Silhouette Studio is. It's just weird. So you'll have this, right? And then you're going to add that to a custom color palette. So you can just kind of hit the plus sign, you'll add it. When you go to your gradient, depending on how you want your gradient, if you want it to go like, I think yours is like dark color. It's like the darker color, a lighter color, like in whites and things like that. You're going to choose one that's kind of like, that's set up like that. So let's just go here, right? So it doesn't matter which one you choose first. You're going to go to advanced options. You're going to take that first one, fill it with white. And then this one, we're going to go with like the purple. Then you had kind of like a pinkish color. Well, it wasn't that dark of a pink, but like that color in the middle. And then let's just go with the purple again and white. Exit that one. So it may end up being like this, and we can kind of soften it. There's like ways to soften it up. All right, so you would do it that way to be able to get the color that you want. And when you're using the color chart, you're going to know that it's like the exact color. I haven't had issues with my colors. They just say they can't be correct if I haven't. No, that's not true. I don't use color profiles at all, any way, shape, or form. I do not use color profiles. And I print from Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, and sometimes Illustrator. I do not use color profiles. I had a customer complain because she couldn't see the seam on her tumbler. She said it only looks professional if you can see the seam. I noticed several YouTubers saying they have a great seam showing. Wait, she wanted to see the seam, and wait, I'm confused. So she would have thought that. Okay, this one is like not super, super great. So is it that she wanted to see white? That's not professional. Like this, where you don't see any cast, is what you want. You're never going to have it where it lines up completely unless like you do some major, major, major like measuring, and so that the overlap also has like it meets up. You're never going to be able to have the seams completely match because you're wrapping it. It's a defined in and a defined in, so they're never going to completely match up. When you have a busy design, you can't tell as much, but this is as professional as it gets. And let me tell you why she probably said that. I have a video. Let me tell you, I have a video for everything. I did a video, and I think it's on TikTok. And I was saying, don't stress about seams, because a lot of things kind of don't. But I had a cup from the arena. It's not in here, but even with like water bottles, where they meet is always going to be a seam. And maybe that's why she said that. We have some cups from the arena, and there's like a really small white line. It's just, yeah, I don't stress about them anymore. Ever since looking at that cup and analyzing it, I don't stress about seams anymore. Yes, she did. I want no gap, but she did, and didn't like it. That's so weird that she wanted a gap. But no, you're not supposed to have a gap. It's supposed to be butt to butt. That's, yeah, right. That's so weird. Is a replay available if we miss the live class on Sunday? Yes. So you'll have to give me a minute to put the official one up. But whenever I do it, there is an option for an immediate playback, and it's like everything together. When you're in class, you'll find out exactly where to find that at. And then eventually I have the playback parts, which is going to be broken up. You can go to the section that you need. So yes, there's always playbacks for my classes. Exactly. That's so weird. Oh, let me go back to my phone because she probably posted her question. Oh no, she said she didn't post her question again. I'm sorry, Cherie Pop Gant. I did not see it before. She says, I don't use color profiles either. Can I use Silhouette before I get my Cameo? Oh, yes. You don't need a Cameo to use the Silhouette Studio program. You never, if you don't want to, you want to use Qriket, you don't ever have to buy a Silhouette Cameo machine. You can use the program and never ever purchase the machine. All right. So wow, where did 2 hours go? What the heck is going on? Where in the world did 2 hours go? So, we're going to wrap up pretty soon here. I was looking to see if I was actually trying to stay on until my girl came on, but I don't see Gucci. I don't see a post for Oh no, she posted. So yeah, Gucci is live because Miss Sonia posted her video in my group. She's doing some Qriket stuff, looks like. Oh, she got started late, that's why. She's doing Kitty Valentine's Day cards. Don't forget about your card creation Sunday. Da, da, da. Yeah. Oh, we both have a class on Sunday. Haha. Let's see. I have the Cameo 4, but I want the Pro. Can you tell me the difference? The only difference is good versus crap. I'm being very honest. Don't get the Pro. If you want a larger cutter, invest in a real cutter. Silhouette, to me, Silhouette should have never tried to come out a 24-inch cutter. There are so many things that can go wrong. The way the blade, like that blade is, the blade carriage is not made for wide cuts. The tracking on it is horrible. When you're talking about really good ones, it's like with gravity feed, and it normally feeds in from the back so that you can actually store your roll there. And the way gravity moves, the tracking is going to be a lot better. So if you want to do bigger prints or bigger cuts, I don't recommend the Cameo. Invest in an actual plotter, like a real one with a good servo motor, because that motor is not great for it. Ones where you can change your blades out to 45s or 60s or 30 like blades, like, so it really, really matches what it is that you're trying to cut. Silhouette has one blade. They don't have different angles and like different angles for different types of cut. So once you need a printer that big, invest in a real plotter, and it'll probably cost around the same amount, maybe a few dollars more, maybe a few dollars left, depending on where you get it from. But I don't recommend the Pro. And the only difference with it is 24 inches versus 12. That's it. There's no additional bells and whistles to it. It doesn't do anything more other than a different cut size. And people always say for bigger printing cuts, but if you have a printer that doesn't print 24 inches wide, you're not getting a bigger print and cut surface. If you have a printer like a regular Workforce or a wide format HP, you still only have 13 inches wide. It's really hard to find paper that's 13 by 24 inches. They don't make that. They make 12 by 24, but it's really expensive. So you're going to end up printing to like 11 by 17 paper anyway. Guess what? That fits on a 12 by 24 inch mat. So a lot of people wanted the bigger one for bigger printing cuts, not realizing that you're still going to be limited to a 12 by 24 inch mat. Time flies when you're having fun. Yep. Do you know of a discount for SB? What is SB? SB, what do you mean for that? Have you checked out a Roland or GrabTech? Do you have a preference? So I have a Roland BN20. It's a printer and a cutter. It's not the best cutter, but like for EcoSoft, it is one of the better printers. Just prints super, super slow. I have a US cutter, 30, is it 42, 36, one of those. I have a US cutter, cutting machine as well. And it's a cut contour one, so it can do like print and cuts and stuff. It's an arms. So that means it reads the registration marks. So I have a US cutter. There's a lot to them. I watch, oh God, what's his name? Shoot. Well, I can't think of his name right now. And he has quite a few cutters. He has like and printers and stuff. I don't really have like a lot of experience between like personally hands-on. I just watch a lot of reviews, and GrabTechs are really great ones. It's all about like the movement of the blade, how fast it moves. And why can't I think of this dude's name? Dang it. I can't think of his name. 88 something. Oh God, why can't I think of his name? And I watch his videos all the time. Epson large format printer. Let's see if I search it that way, if his channel will come up. Man, I can't think of his dang on little short guy. God, what? Oh, I can't think of his name. Man, why can't I think of his name? I cannot think of his name to save my life. Stewart. Oh God, what is it? Oh God, that's his. Oh what? What the heck is it? Lee Stewart. I knew it was Stewart. So like I watch him, man, when he showed this cutter, I was like, oh wait, I tapped on it. When he showed this one, so he has like a Roland, the Roland is more so like a printer. Like, and then like people use the GrabTech. So the BN20 is like the cutter. Most people use like a Roland printer and then the GrabTech cutter. But when he showed this one and the way that it cuts, OM to the G, I was like, I want one of those. How fast it cuts, man, oh man. But Roland is more so like printing, although they do have one that's like a printer. Normally theirs is like a printer and a cutter. It's not just a cutter by itself. People will go and they will print it and then they'll have a GrabTech because they'll use that one to print, and so that it's not slowing down. They'll put it in a GrabTech cutter. So it all depends if you want the printer or not. So that's gonna be about my next one is that printer and cutter from Roland. I want a big, big, big one. Yo, no, not Matt. I'm just saying the ones that he reviews. His name is Lee Stewart. I watch him all the time, but I was thinking of it's always on his hat. His channel used to be the name of whatever his brand is, which let me see. Because he does screen printing. They just moved into like yet another space. Is it Rogue Life? Rogue Lab. That's what it's called. That's what I was trying to think of because he does stuff with his no 38 Ride. I knew it was something like that. 38 Ride, and I've watched him for so long. So, hey, mate, which channel am I on? Why am I not subscribed to him on this one? This must be 365 Creative Academy. Yep. Let's subscribe to you from 365 Creative Academy as well. I love him. One of my favorites. Yeah. He does like some of everything. Um Do you do rhinestones? If so, do you cut the file on your Cameo? So I'm not big on rhinestones. I'm not a bling girl. I plan to do like the HS ink one in rhinestones. I've done rhinestone stuff before just to kind of teach. Um, when it comes to it, like years ago, I did this one, which just showing the rhinestone tool. And this is cut from like glitter vinyl, and it's faux like a faux rhinestone look because it's cut from glitter vinyl. But I did recently just do vinyl. I don't have any sticky flock, which is the better thing to use. You can get that from Rhinestone World. But I did just do sublimation and rhinestone mixed. And I have this velvet jewelry stuff, and I just got this, and I've done that one. I cut it from like a folder. It wasn't even like sticky flock, wasn't this soft stuff. I just used a regular manila folder from Dollar Tree and cut no, not that one. There's another one that I did, and I cut that one is just vinyl. That one's HTV. But I've cut it from so many different things, and then I recently did this one. And of course it's cut with the Cameo. I cut it with the Cameo, and that was for these shirts. So that's the stones at the top, the spray, and then around the pride. So I don't do them often. I'm not big on bling, but yeah, I've done a little bit. All right, we're almost at 2 hours. I don't want to hit 2 hours. I really, really don't want to hit 2 hours, y'all. I don't want to hit 2 hours. So, or I don't want to go over 2 hours. So we're gonna wrap it up, and I hopefully will see some of you guys on Sunday. if you are just joining and you want to learn from the best in the game, I can honestly say, like, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I do the testings. I promise you, I will make your life so much easier when you learn everything. And I say everything, 93.65% of what you need to know for sublimation, and you learn it the right way from the right person, and you get the right guidance the first time. It's going to eliminate a lot of your headaches. So this Sunday, I do plan to tentatively, if you want to experience it live and you're not able to, and you don't really want, you don't want the playback, it's going to pretty much be the same information every single time I do it. My information will be the same. Questions may come up that might be different, but it's always going to be the same information. The next time that I will do it will probably be, it's on the schedule right now for February 19th. Because I plan to do it in February. But I was like, you know what? Let's do a pop-up class. People keep asking me when's the next class. So I'm free on Sunday up until football starts at 3:00. So we definitely will wrap up before 3:00. So on Sunday, I have a intro to sublimation. Intro to sublimation class for beginners and for businesses. Ooh, Jesus, something flew my eye. It is only $33.65, $3.65. I always keep my stuff really, really affordable. But if you go on our site and purchase an 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 fast dry or tacky paper, you can get access to that class for free. All right. You can definitely still buy the class by itself, but if you buy the paper, you get access to the class for free. There is the link. It's going to take you to our link tree. Click on that first link. It's going to automatically put that discount code in your cart. So you would go in and it's going to take you right to the class. So you're going to click on it, add that to your cart, go to the top where it says paper, add one of the 8, not the sample packs. It won't qualify for that. So the 100 pack of 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17, add one of those. The class will be free, or just sign up for the class. I will say this. If you have never signed up for any of my classes before, once you purchase that class, it is going to create a login for you for the class. For our academy. You must go through that link to set up your password. If you've never taken any of my classes, you must find that link. It might go to your spam, it might go to promotions, but I promise you it's sent to you. You have to go through that link to set up your password. Once you go there, the class will be on your dashboard. Hit start course, resume course. That's how you'll always get back into it. If you want to be on the safe side before you purchase the class, go to the Academy site, create an account with the same email that you're going to use on the shop site so that they connect and you don't have to worry about looking for that email. But if you've never taken a class from me, you must find that email. It might be in spam or promotions folder, depending on which email server you use. You have to go through that express link. You have to go through that express link in order to get access to the class. All right. Now, if you've already taken a class before, just go straight to the Academy site and it's going to be there. Just go straight to it. It will be in the Academy, in your dashboard. Okay. The Academy site is learn.365creativeacademy.com. Or on our website, best way to get to it is to go to the website and right here where it says 365 CA class. No, wrong one. My bad. 365 Creative Academy login. I don't think I can go to it because I think I'm logged in on the back end of it. Yeah, I'm glad I did not go there. I'm logged in on the back end. So if I click on that, it shows something different from what you guys will see. But you just click on here where it says 365 Academy login. It will take you, which, hold on, let me get rid of the logo. So you click right here. It will always take you right to the Academy site, right to your login page. What is the difference between the papers? Fast dry is your general paper. It's what you use to do tumblers. You can definitely use it to do shirts. I still use fast dry all the time. So you don't really use it for tumblers. You don't use tacky for tumblers. So fast dry is your multi-purpose paper. It literally works on any and everything. Tacky paper is more so for fabrics and soft substrates. So you can use it for can coolers, shirts. I like to use them when I'm doing when I do the graduation stoles. I use the tacky roll. It's the same. The tacky roll and the tacky sheets are the same. And basically what it does is it sticks to it once you press it. It's heat activated tack. So it sticks to it. It allows me to move it. And that part right there doesn't shift and move. So I can move it to the next section and press it since I have a smaller press. Using the tacky paper it won't shift, so it can help prevent ghosting. Our regular fast dry does not ghost. If you're one of those people that put a lot of pressure, man, you're doing yourself a disservice. We're going to really talk about not using too much pressure in class on Sunday, but that causes a lot of issues for people. You don't need a lot of pressure for sublimation. You just need even pressure, but it does stick to it. I'll probably print it tomorrow. First thing in the morning, I have to print out the socks and shirt for my brother because he needs it for an event that he's going to at noon. So I have to print out first thing in the morning and press it. So I will print that on tacky paper, and you have to go to Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel to see that demo. Oh, shoot. She says that roll saved my life doing grad stoves last year. Just purchased my paper. Yes, love. What? These kids. All right, so we're at 2 hours. I'm going to go because they're going to drive me crazy. I have to finish this design for my brother's shirt for tomorrow. I'm debating on whether or not I want to do Colin because it's 49ers, but I'm not Colin, or if I want to do all legends from the 49ers, but I'm going to figure it out. So I'm going to go so I can finish that so I can have design ready to print and press tomorrow morning because I'm not turning on my heat press tonight. So I have to make him a mask, some socks, a rag, and a shirt. 4 items that we're going to press tomorrow. First thing in the morning, like I'm going to be up early to press. I don't know what time. Can't tell you what time. If you're up, you're up. You're not, you're not. Turn your notifications on Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel because that's where it will be. And hold on. I keep forgetting to go back to here for any questions that may have been on this post. It is 18 comments. Okay. So she says, I flushed all my sub ink out of my 8550 because the blue started print subbing green. Should I do anything to my printer before or after I refill it? I've never had to remove ink and put it back in for an 8550. I'm not even sure if that, especially if you can pull it out of the tank, which be really interesting to find out how did you remove it, because you can't really get to the inside. So if you just pulled it and drew it out of the tank, you probably still have ink in your lines. If you didn't open it to where you pulled the ink out of your lines, then it's probably still there. If there was an issue that was causing it to print, well, she said it was subbing green. The blue started subbing green. I'm not sure if it's your ink. And someone else asked, what's the difference between tacky paper and other papers? So I answered that one. And what do I need? What do you mean? What do you need? What do you need for class on Sunday? It is not a sublimation class where we're going to go through and we're going to sub stuff. This is an introduction to sublimation. This is an introduction to sublimation. When I do like my sublimation seminar, we go through and, we press some things, but I walk you through a lot of stuff. If you have questions, it's a perfect time to ask. And of course, you can go ahead and like practice. And if you need more help, come to our group and post your question. But it's an introduction to sublimation. It's going to answer a lot of the questions that you may have, so that you get a full understanding. When I do my sublimation seminar or my sublimation boot camp, or if I do a sublimation class for Tumblers, when we do the graduation stoles, that's going to be a full on class. That's when, you'll be able to press things and stuff like that. But this is introduction to sublimation. So you don't need to bring anything to class other than your willingness to absorb amazing information. But yeah, only thing I can say as far as like before is to make sure that everything is cleared out of the lines. That's it. Also, what temp and time are you pressing? What temp and time are you pressing? That might also affect it. Okay. And then also, if you're using a different brand, we don't post other people's names, but it might also be the ink that you're using. Thank you. She says, I'm gonna need it, girl. I'm about to get up early. I thank you. She said, you said do all the legends. I think that's what I told him I wanted to do, because he said call, and I said, I think I want to do like all the legends. So yes, thank you, cousin. Oh, she said frappe on me tomorrow. Thank you. I'm gonna go to Wawa's and get me one too. $5 to get me the real good. I'm gonna go to Wawa's in the morning and get me a frappe. See you tomorrow on Sunday. So class is on Sunday. There's a live tomorrow. You can switch out the waste tank for the 7720. They cost like $20. You have to look for them online, but you can get it's like $20. I have a US cutter, but mine isn't the contour cut one. That's why I was going to get the silhouette, so it would read the registration marks. Yeah, I wouldn't waste my money on this 24-inch silhouette. I really wouldn't. I would look into getting another one, like one of the ones that does have arms, or it's a cut contour one. Don't get a pro. I'm telling you, don't get a pro. It's just not worth it. All right. All right, y'all, I am out of here. Thank you guys so very much for joining me this evening. Again, if you would like to attend the class on Sunday, if you go to our site, use the link, or just put that code in, 365 sub 4B. If you purchase any of the 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper, you get access to the class for free. But you can also just purchase access to the class if you don't need any sublimation paper. You can just purchase access to the class. It is $33.65. All right. All right, guys. I shall talk to you later. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be ink.